Hello everyone, this is just a quick video of a Tesla Model 3. This is my 2018 Tesla Model 3 long range dual motor. I've had it since about October 2018. And I moved up from a 2015 Leaf when I purchased this car. So real quick, exterior stuff. We've got the front trunk, which most folks have heard of as the frunk. So you can store groceries and some other stuff up there. We've got of course, the charge port here in the rear. Tail light kind of flips up, gives you the charge port. We've got the rear trunk, which is just pretty standard. You do have this really large open area, and you probably can't see that real well, but you've got that down there. We've got the autopilot cameras. We've got the one right here in the side B pillar. We've got one right here on the front A pillar, on the front fender. And we've got the front autopilot cameras, forward facing cameras. There's also the rear facing cameras on the rear. Let's see here, anything else? So we've got the all glass roof. So that's just tinted glass on the whole surface. You can see that. This car has got the 19-inch rims, which are a little less efficient than the 18s, all trade-offs that you have to make when you buy one. Interior-wise, we've got the large central Tesla touchscreen, which everyone has probably seen those. You'll see there is no instrument cluster or other displays in front of the driver. It's all on that main screen. Steering wheel, we've got the buttons that pretty much control all features from the buttons, and you've also got voice commands to pretty much run most of the things on the car. There's auto wipers, auto headlights, so a lot of that stuff you don't really need to worry about manual controls anyway, although you can force a wiper to operate with a button on the stalk, here on the end of the stalk. Alright, we've got the large touchscreen. As far as features on the touchscreen, we've got the charging. I've got up on the map right now, so we can kind of see which superchargers have the most stalls in use. Maybe we want to avoid those or go to a different one. So we've got that kind of information. We can see all that on the map. You can see how many superchargers there are as you get over closer to DC. We've got streaming music. I've got the basic subscription that came with the car. Probably my favorite feature is the camera. So this camera system is always recording. You can get video while you're recording in case you're in an accident or something. Save the clip, and then of course you can use that if you need it. There's also a security system that can record when people get close to the car, so you have a record if there's any damage to the car while you're gone. And you've got 360-degree views. We've got views on the left, back towards the back of the car, on the right, from the rear, and back to the front. So you've got all these nice camera views. All you have to do is supply your own flash drive to record them. As far as other features, we've got all the standard, automotive features, HVAC controls, heated seat controls. We do have some entertainment features, such as we've got some games here that we can play. I've got an Xbox controller in the center console if you want to play with those. We've got theater. We can watch Netflix, Hulu, YouTube. Those are only available while the car's in park. Actually, all these features are only available while the car's in park. But it's great to have, if you're waiting on someone in a store, you can kill a few minutes watching a video. Or if you're sitting somewhere charging, you've got something to spend your time doing. The car is always connected to LTE, so you always have internet service if there's internet service available. Yeah, so we've got the web. So we've got that. Charging, we can of course set our charge limits. We can see the last time it was supercharged and what the cost was at the Morgantown supercharger. We can see our energy consumption averages, so we can kind of see how well we're doing as far as efficiency. Of course, you can turn on the rear view camera. There's a calendar and call features, of course, that are connected to your cell phone. So all that's integrated with your phone. The phone is the key to the car, so there is no separate key or fob. In my case, I've got it all integrated with the phone, so you don't even have to take the phone out of your pocket. You walk up, the car unlocks, you get in, you go. There is also a backup key card that you can swipe to open if your phone battery would die or something like that. So you've got some of that stuff. You got other metrics here you can keep track of, you know, what your efficiency since last charge, and you know, all this stuff. All the controls are right here on the screen. Again, most of these you don't worry about. The HUD lights are automatic, the wipers are automatic, but you know, you can adjust some things here if you want. Safety and security. We can set speed limits. Sentry mode is on or off. Autopilot. You can set all these features here. All right, well, we'll keep it kind of brief, and that's a really quick tour. As far as you know, driving experience, I mean, if you've driven an EV, this EV is like most others. The acceleration is amazing. All that torque available instantaneously is just incredible. And with this car, you also have one pedal driving, so it's always regenerating as soon as you take your foot off the gas. Once you get used to that, you barely ever have to touch the brake. The car comes to a complete stop. You know when to let off the gas, and it comes to a stop. So that's a really handy feature. There's always new software updates arriving. Tesla's adding new features. A lot of those camera features that we saw earlier, that didn't exist when I purchased the car, and it arrived shortly thereafter, and it's been getting better ever since. So they're always adding new software features, new games, new entertainment options, just new autopilot stuff, just a little bit of everything. So the car is always getting better as the longer you own it. So that's really nice. As far as the range, this car is rated for about 300 miles, and that's in mixed driving. I would say interstate, you're probably more like 260, 270, depending on how fast you're going and the conditions, temperatures, a lot of variables when it comes to range. But generally, I haven't had any problems driving back and forth to Charleston, West Virginia, which is a 300-mile drive one way. So 600 miles round trip. I've done that in a day. I've done an 1,100-mile trip south of Cincinnati and back to Martinsburg in a weekend. So, you know, range and supercharging hasn't really been an issue. Anything else? No, I think that'll about do it. But anyway, so there's a quick overview of Tesla Model 3.
Yeah, in addition to the computer in the car, we've also got all the stuff that's on the phone app. You can see a lot of controls here on this screenshot in the app. There's all the actual controls that you can do: open the trunk, open the front, vent the windows, all that kind of stuff, turn Sentry mode on and off. And you can also work with the climate controls and preheat, pre-cool the car.
So in addition to the Model 3, I also have a couple electric bikes that you can see here. There's my charging system. So this is a 40 amp juice box that I use to charge the car. Try to keep my cable coiled up on the wall. And all this is located right next to the solar inverter. So we can charge the car with all that wonderful solar power. There's my electric lawnmower. And over here, we've got all the electric lawn equipment, trimmer and blower and all that stuff. Got to show off the sun-powered license plate there. And there, of course, we've got the solar panels on the roof. Provide all that power. There's 36 Panasonic 315 watt panels on the roof. Our solar system disconnect over here. Maybe a better angle back here. Yeah, there you go. It's an 11.34 kilowatt system.